Let's see. Quest. Okay, got the housing. The antimatter's what we're making next. Okay. Oh, we only need 25 chromatic metal. I've got way more.
Well, that's fine, because that stuff is worth a lot of money.
Exactly. Oh, and I need to make new launch fuel. What was that again? I always forget. Dihydrogen metal plating. That's right. Okay.
Launch juice, Rick. Launch juice.
Launch juice. Excuse me. What's wrong with you, Rick? Metal plating is ferrite dust. Okay.
Okay.
What gives dihydrogen on this planet?
I haven't found any yet. I'm sure something must, but...
Yeah.
Alright, antimatter, build. Okay. Warp cell, build. I got the warp cell.
Oh, and this gives 2 resources, actually. Ferrite dust and paraffinium. Okay. Metal plotting. So
and the warp hypercore? How do you make the hypercore?
Warp hypercore.
So we need to make warp cells and the warp hypercore. Charge equipment with warp cell or warp hyper. Or warp hyperguard.
Yes. Okay.
So then, do I need to make? I need to make a lot more warp cells then, huh? I need to make 5 total for it to be charged. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Hero the Bard. Those 100 bits. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta find out what the hell gives dihydrogen on this planet.
I mean, is that true? Will it not? Charge equipment with... So charge. Charge with that. Oh, yeah. No, it's charged. Okay, so I can now do a jump, Rick, if we...
Right, it's fully charged with 5, but you can do several jumps, right. Okay, well, I don't have dihydrogen on me, do I? I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yeah, I've only got, like, a handful.
Oh, did I not? I gotta go get my chromatic.
Sharky Anna? Whose sky is it then? Well, not ours, because we're dudes.
Oh, there we go. Get all that chromatic out. No dude sky. There has to... Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, it's the same stuff as the other planet. The dihydrogen stones.
Just not in the biome that we started in.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to run and see if I can find some as well, because it'd be useful to have.
Yeah. Okay, now I should be able to make my launch juice. Juice me, baby. Can I make more plates? Make more juice? A little bit more dihydrogen.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make more juice so I don't run out as quickly.
So, Rick, you saw Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yes.
Have you sat through Justice League yet?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's silly.
I did. It took me like 3 days.
Good God. And I know, like, it's apparently like kind of like done in chapters, so you can like.
It is. I think there's like 6 or 8 chapters that it literally flashes on the screen, like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Now I know the supposed explanation for the like the format that it's in. I still don't think it's a good explanation. And
I don't either.
I'm sorry. That is just like it's pretentious in wait, Sentinel drone is investigating. I didn't do nothing wrong. It's pretentious in the way that like bands like 10 years ago started releasing their music on cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to be like, the sound quality is just so much better. It's like, no, it's not. Everybody agrees cassette tapes are terrible. They sound terrible. They break easily. Like, there's a reason we don't use cassette tapes. Zack Snyder could be like, oh, it's IMAX format, whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. People are watching this in their homes, and they're watching it in an aspect ratio that we did away with 20 years ago.
He said that the explanation that I heard anyway is that he was watching back the monitor that he was filming it on, which was in that IMAX square format. And he said that he just got used to it and he liked it. And I was like, that's neat. The rest of us don't have those monitors, man.
Right. Exactly. It's like, it's just, ugh. Anyway, I hear it's a good movie. And if you're into superhero movies, great. What I will say is I hate seeing all the hashtag like Snyder Universe, bring back the Snyder Universe stuff. Ugh. Just give it a rest, everybody. Come on. All right, love Zack Snyder if you love Zack Snyder. All right, I'm not going to tell you not to love Zack Snyder. All right, but like clearly, from a business standpoint, it's probably not the best idea to let Zack Snyder have like carte blanche over the entire DC universe. All right.
Well, that's the biggest question that I have is who was running the DCEU, because I'm not 100%. Well, like whoever it was. I have questions, because like beyond like the actual DCEU movies, like who at Warner Brothers was like, oh yeah, we've got the DCEU thing. So is it cool if we release like a movie called Joker that has a different actor and has absolutely nothing to do with the DCEU?
It's all over the place. Like they got
the Robert Pattinson Batman coming out too, and it's like these have nothing to do with the extended universe.
Well, and also just like the tone, like, and I get it. Like you can have a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a little bit, more humorous in nature than like the serious stuff, like the Avengers movies, But they're all like, they all sort of make sense together. You know what I mean? Like one doesn't necessarily contradict the tone of the other, but like with the tone that they have in all of the DC movies, like with like the seriousness and the grittiness of the Justice League movies, and then like the silliness of like a movie like Shazam, and then the lightheartedness of a movie like Wonder Woman 1984. It's like they're just, and then like the very, very serious nature of a movie like The Joker. They're just all over the map, and there's no cohesiveness whatsoever. And like, sure, it could probably benefit from having one person like Zack Snyder just say like, no, we're doing dark and gritty. But I don't think that people would want to watch just those dark and gritty movies. They need to figure out a way to make them all blend and work well together.
I totally agree with that, because I'll say that like it's been a long time since I've seen Man of Steel. He did Man of Steel, and I remember it not being as dark and gritty as Batman vs. Superman and Justice League definitely is. But like in Justice League, he had to introduce Cyborg and the Flash, and the Flash is essentially like the Ant-Man to the DCEU. He's the comic relief. He's very quirky and whatnot, and like they had to shoehorn both of these characters in, and they definitely both of them deserved their own movie so that they didn't have to like reiterate all of their origin stories within Justice League. And the Flash's one would have genuinely been like I'm still hoping that this guy gets his own movie, because it's like I really dig him. But it is, I mean, yeah, the DCU is a mess. I don't want.
They need a Kevin Feige to come in.
They really
make it all work.
And then they need to do a time machine and be like, okay, let's not have our Avengers movie be like the third movie. We need to have more character origin stories and more. Like, I know I've ranted about this in other streams, but like, but beyond Cyborg and the Flash, they also had to do the full origin story of the bad guy as well. And the bad guy is so much more detailed than even Thanos. Like, he's got so much backstory to him, and like, they really had to shoehorn quite a lot.
So, Madabi said none of the DCU is good besides The Dark Knight and Wonder Woman, literally just those. Now, I would argue, no.
The Dark Knight is not DCEU, first off.
That's true. Not that existed prior. So, even though it exists within the DC properties, that's a different, like,
extended universe
iteration. But Shazam was amazing.
Shazam's amazing.
Was freaking incredible, and they need to make more movies like that. And they are giving James Gunn, another stab at Suicide Squad, But all of their movies are just so disjointed. And when, I have no idea how they would fold Shazam into the existing, Justice League, DCU. But they need to be able to.
At this point, I think they're just sort of giving up on, having the movies connect, yet they're still saying that they're, within the EU, I guess within the same timeline.
And that's what they should do. They should just have them, stop trying to compete with Marvel and do what Marvel did, which they did just so successfully that nobody will be able to replicate it, and just do what's working, just allow it to stand on its own, Anyway, I'm ready to jump.
Are you ready to jump? I think I'm ready to jump as well. So, I'm blasting off again.
Didn't they fold in Shazam with Soups making the cameo? That's true.
Yes,
they kind of did. But that was a stinger at the end of the thing. So I don't know how serious that was, But technically, yes, they did. Okay, so in order to jump,
because I'm willing to bet it wasn't even actually Henry Cavill that they got, because you didn't see his face.
That's true, you didn't. Okay, so we've got. I'm in the larger map, and there's Pastrio, which is it's out of jump range. Never mind. Oh, here we go. There's a green line actually telling me where I can go. So there's Fimski, where we can go to.
So how do I tell?
So there's a green line going to Fimski. So these are the places you can go. They're attached to. So Fimski.
I see Fimski.
And technically we could go to some of these other places along the line, but I'm just going to go to Fimski because that's on the way here.
That sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to warp. Warp into Fimski. Warp. I just can't with superhero movies. I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy because to me those are sci-fi nature future stories. I like Shazam. It was unique and interesting. I don't like either the DCU or MCU, but as I don't watch movies or TV that often, I don't think I'm qualified to talk about it. Hero of the Bard, though, I can relate to your take on that. I couldn't care less about the Avengers movies or the Justice League movies. Whenever they tie in all of the characters together and they give each character 10 minutes of screen time, there's just over-the-top fight scenes that last a half hour, my eyes glaze over and I turn into a zombie. But yeah, when they have their individual movies like Thor Ragnarok, I loved it. I loved the Guardians movies. I loved Shazam. I loved Wonder Woman, just the little individual stories, I'm the same way. It's just, for me, it's too much when they all get together.
This is total tangent, but there's this YouTube channel that I watch a lot of called Corridor Crew. They have another big YouTube channel called Corridor Digital. Anyway, on Corridor Crew, every week they bring in a visual effects person or a stunt person, then they do a stunt person reacts or visual artist react to good and bad stunts or good and bad VFX. Anyway, on the most recent one, they were reacting to stunt things, and the stunt woman, Ashley Johnson, who's done a ton of stuff, she was talking about how when they do their moves and their fight scenes and their combos, the choreographers, the good choreographers, they make sure that there's a throw, they push away from each other every 5 to 10 seconds, because visually your eyes and your mind just gets burnt out on the action if it's just non-stop punching and combos.
Oh.
So they talk about how in choreography there's always those moves where you're pushing away from each other just to give the audience's mind a second.
So you're not
refresh.
just punching each other for 5 minutes.
Exactly. And sometimes, honestly, the big superhero fight sequences can feel like that sometimes. They're just punching each other for 5 straight minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I know that enough people have to be interested in that kind of stuff because the movies are highly successful, but I just never have been. Those long, drawn-out scenes, I seriously was just, looking at my phone, 5 minutes into that epic scene at the end of... What was the one that came before Endgame?
Infinity War?
Infinity Wars. Yeah, that epic fight where everybody had the showdown. I was just oh my god, when is this gonna end? Just for me, it's one fight scene if you've seen one well-done fight scene, you've seen them all. You know what I mean? Like, what are they gonna offer in this fight scene that I've never seen before? Not a lot.
It's certainly like I'm hoping that Marvel sort of refreshes their style in the coming phases, because they're going to keep it going, obviously. But certainly, like Avengers, what was it? Civil War and Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. They definitely all had a similar look and a similar vibe to how all the like heroes interacted and fought with each other. And now that, like, spoilers, certain superheroes are gone, they'll have to change that up.
A new generation. That's what, you know, I was really disappointed with the way that I guess it's Fox who owns the X-Men franchise. With the way
Not
that
anymore. I mean, Disney owns it now.
Yeah, I would hope that Disney fixes it. Like the New Mutants. Oh my God, the debacle of the New Mutants.
Haven't seen it.
I have no desire to, because I like, it went through production hell, and then I didn't find one good review on that movie. It was just like, this is as disappointing as you would expect from something that's been in production hell, the way that it was. But at the end of Logan, they perfectly set up for an amazing New Mutants premise. They could have completely rebooted the entire franchise and really made the New Mutants work. And they completely blew it. Like, 100% blew it. I'm on this rain planet, and it's just a lot of ocean. I'm just trying to find dry land.
Ooh, I almost crashed into you.
I almost crashed into the ocean.
Weather warning, okay.
I came here because all the other planets seem like dangerous or corrosive or charred or toxic, but I can't find dry land, so...
I imagine if we wanted to go towards one of these, like, beacons or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and then down because they're all very far away. You literally could not sit through Logan. It was such a hard watch for you. What was it that was hard for you? I loved Logan. Logan was like, but then again, I was a, you know, pretty big X-Men fan, and particularly Wolverine, so I was sort of invested, you know?
So, like, Logan was slower, but God, like, I think that is a perfect way to, like, give a character that's that beloved closure.
Yeah. It was hard. Logan made you emotional. That's true. I mean, hard to watch in that respect. I can totally agree with that. It was definitely, I mean, especially, like, I think I will tag the spoilers, but it's been long enough since the movie came out. The fact that Xavier dies, you know, by,
That's
like...
right. Two super beloved characters die.
Yes, yes. And he's kind of, you know, like, sundowning a little bit, kind of losing his mind, you know. Good God, these beacons are just so freaking far away. Does Cyclops die finally? I don't know. He was probably dead. Nobody likes Scott Summers. That guy's the worst.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the communications station.
I do love the premise, though, of Logan and, like, that future where it's just, like, all of the goodwill that mutants have built up is gone, and, like, everybody's turned on them, and they're all being hunted down, and Logan's forced to work this crappy job being a limo driver.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good premise overall.
Like, on the one hand, I'm like, I would love to know more about what happened between, you know, the end of X-Men and then Logan, you know? But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't want them to make this a whole thing and, like, make a series of movies and,
like,
beat
I
that
don't know.
horse.
I don't know how up to date you kept yourself on some of the later X-Men movies.
Oh, they got bad.
They got real bad, and I think that one of the, like,
get to this freaking point.
One of the final ones sort of showed, like, this dystopian future that they were trying to save or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was the one with Age of Apocalypse, I think it was.
I think so. Anyway, I think that one sort of set up for the story that was happening in Logan, but
yeah, now the X-Men is just Deadpool, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, I think this is dry land at the very least.
That's looks like it. You tell me once you get into, like, once the land pops in. You tell me if there's.
Yeah, I can't tell if this is cloud or if this is land. might just be clouds. Like, I'm still forever away from this frickin' beacon. Like, I cannot get close to it.
Frickin' bacon.
I love Captain
What do you
Marvel
say?
because A, pretty strong lady, B, possible queer, pretty strong lady. Yeah, Captain Marvel did not capture my attention. Something like the tone of it, like it couldn't nail the humorous tone it was going for at points for me, and it kept
All
bouncing
right.
back
I
and
just
forth
pulse
between-
drived to the communication station.
Yeah, I just went way up high. I'm gonna go to this one here. But I do like the characters that it established in the movie.
I dug Captain Marvel. Definitely. I'll be curious, like, if Captain Marvel gets a sequel. I think obviously they'll have to set it in present day, so like the tone and the quirkiness that some people enjoyed about the first one will definitely not be there.
The thing that like bothered me about like the tone that they never quite hit right for me was the enemies, and again spoiler, the enemies that they set up at the beginning of the movie that turn out not to be the enemies but actually the good guys that they need to defend. They made them bumbling like punchlines at the beginning of the movie, like, oh, look at these funny stupid aliens that can shapeshift. And then they like flip the script and they were like, oh, actually these are the good guys, and these like bubbling idiotic aliens that we've been laughing at are actually the people that we should have been feeling bad for the whole time. It's like,
Right.
then why did you make them the butt of all the jokes at the beginning? I found the land, by the way, and it's actually very pretty here.
It's very pretty. Yeah.
Tropical island.
How far away are you? Oh, you're 6 hours away. All right, we're on different land.
The only superheroes I loved were on the half shell. Yes. I would love I mean, like, they rebooted Ninja Turtles, obviously. But I guess they were okay, right?
Ninja Turtles?
The new ones that they rebooted.
I never really gave them a chance.
Yeah. I think everybody was weirded out because they had noses.
Yeah.
And that was weird. I mean, I guess turtles do have noses, kind of. So, let them breathe, I guess.
All right, life support gel. Yay! I made life.
Who are your favorite
gel.
turtles says a lot about who you are. Oh, Raphael. Anna, Raphael. Who's yours? And if you say Donatello, you're wrong.
Like me, I'm Michelangelo. That's my.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. I feel like who is your favorite versus which one do you think you are different answers.
That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
Life support.
Actually, you know what? Donatello's okay. Leonardo's the killjoy. But I guess on a scale, Michelangelo, all right? Even though Raphael is my favorite, all right? Like, on a scale of most fun to least fun. Whoa, look at this squid slithering around the place. Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael Leonardo, right? Right? Does that sound right? Look at the squid! What are you?
I think I just scanned one of those land squids.
It's an microemium. Oh, weird. Okay, so on this planet, we need to establish a base.
Oh, were we building a base here? Okay.
That's the next thing that we need to do. What are you over here? What is this weird geyser thing that's happening over here?
There's a bunch of silver on this planet. Hopefully we don't need copper because I'm not seeing any. Oh, activated copper deposit. What does that mean?
What is happening here with the ground?
All right, but if we're building, then I'm going to come over to you.
Okay. Oh, is this one of those beacons, by the way? I think it is. This communication. Yeah, communication station. What is this?
Communication station.
Free. Wait, excuse me. What did that just say? Mystery box.
What?
The communication station holds a message from a fellow traveler. It reads, "Free Graventino and storage keep." Okay? This is like an advertisement. It's like an ancient advertisement. How are you? Whoa, this is like a little wheel with a horn on it. This place is amazing. I'm glad we're going to build our base here. Okay, so for building bases, how do build base? Let's see. There's got to be more information in here. Log. Okay, establish first base. Okay. Part of Expedition 1, Phase 1. Deploy a base computer to establish your base. Okay. Base computer. Gotcha. Here's an important question. Which Planeteers are you? Oh.
Oh.
Goodness. I mean, honestly, I can't really remember all of them. I mean, I know, obviously, air or wind, water, fire, air, heart, right? Was that right? Was it? Was it?
It's been too long.
Wind and air both one? Because it seems like it seems like there's overlap there. I know that there's water, fire, earth. That's right. Air, water, fire, earth, heart. Okay, that's it. Claim base.
Weather warning. Come on.
You better dig yourself a hole. Okay, cool. So, there we go. Current expansion. Okay, 1 of 15. So now I could build, but how do build? I go to my computer.
Are you not getting a weather warning? I'm just like 50 feet away from you.
I might have been in the menu when it happens. I'm just gonna go sit in my ship for a minute.